What is going on, Yeousch Reloaded? Neely here for some Future Soldier beta gameplay, Ghost Recon that is. This game might have one of the longest titles in gaming history, Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, tack on beta to that. Of course there's been longer titles, but I just cringe trying to say the whole game for these videos. But anyways, here we go with some beta footage here, conflict game mode on Pipeline. And some pretty good footage here, carrying around what I believe to be the ACR with silencer, a scope, and all the other nice little tricks that I like to put on my guns. The gunsmith in this game is absolutely addicting, and if you haven't really tried to customize your guns much in this game, when you figure out how to do it, it becomes pretty addicting, as the newest Ghost Recon trailer has shown, where the guy sort of goes to an AA meeting, and here he comes out claiming his addiction for the gunsmith. And of course the trailer goes into the gunsmith app for all your phones and stuff like that. Pretty funny stuff, and the gunsmith, like I said, very addicting, and Ubisoft is capturing that addiction through their trailers and whatnot. And I could say for myself that you know, trying to trick out these guns and really putting the right type of gear on your guns, it is quite addicting. So I will say that. And this clip here is pretty funny. I run out of bullets on my main primary gun here, and I'm forced to just sort of tase people. And I was trying to find a gun to pick up, but it wasn't working too well. So bear with me here. But I'm gonna die here in a second by this guy. I tried to tase him, missed. I get killed from a guy from behind. But anyways, what I want to talk about primarily here is some of my final thoughts on the beta as a whole, as this game is coming out here in about 2 to 3 weeks on the 22nd of May. And at first I had some issues with the classes. I'd felt that the rifleman class was the go-to class, and that really the scout and the engineer, they just didn't seem worth it at the time. However, I have played this a lot more, trying to balance my playtime with the different classes, and I can say that the classes aren't, you know, there's not a lack of balance as much as I thought that there was when I first tried to play these, you know, all these varying classes. What I can tell you though is it is going to take some time to get used to how each class works. It's sort of like Battlefield, where each class has a different sort of style that you need to play and cater towards. The engineer can set up turrets, can use a UAV, while the scout can he can sort of stay back and camouflage himself. He can also use SMGs and whatnot. Then the rifleman, of course, is sort of the all-purpose, long-range, mid-range, just sort of the guy that gets kills and arms the objectives. And like I said, at first I thought these classes were they just didn't balance right to me. But after I got up around probably level 5 for the engineer, I saw how important the engineer becomes, especially when you get up towards the, I think it's the 8 or 9 range. It might be a little bit higher than that, where you get the UAV. And the UAV is so critical in this game, and it gives you a ton of experience points when you use it. However, a lot of people, as this beta has come to a close, have figured out that the UAV is sort of I guess a point accumulator in terms of its class. So a lot of people are using it now. So that's one thing I will say about it. But I can't stress enough how important the UAV is for that engineer class. Not only do you get a lot of EXP, but you track where the other team is, and it shows up obviously on your HUD and on the map. And it gives you a huge advantage, not only in conflict game mode, but in the saboteur game mode that has been added about a week or so ago. And ouch, headshot right there. But anyways, yeah, I can definitely vouch for the engineer. At first, like I said, I thought the rifleman was the really only go-to class. But then as I ranked up the engineer, I saw that he's more for sensor grenades and picking up the opposing team's whereabouts on the map. And it's really, really clutch in these teamwork style game modes, like a conflict and a saboteur game mode. As for the scout, I need to play as a more. I've only probably got 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. I will say the one nice thing about the Scout is that he can use SMGs, and he can sort of cloak around the objective if you stay still, and he can be effective close range or long range. Of course, a lot of people are going to try to snipe with the Scout, but I found that he's actually pretty well rounded close range and long range. Medium range, that's out to debate. If you can pull it off, more power to you. But the Scout is definitely not useless as I first thought because of the whole SMG, I guess, attributes for the Scout, for the sniper type. So with that being said, these classes do take a while to rank up. I'm kind of curious when the game releases if the ranking and experience points will be the same and how it'll work. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same thing from the beta, or if it'll take longer to get to certain tiers, or if it'll be shorter. Not sure. Maybe it's just going to be the same way. I don't know. I do know that all the guns that are in the beta will be in the final released game, and I don't think there'll be any adages, although I'd like to see them sort of do a Battlefield move, releasing, you know, weapon expansions and map packs like that, some sort of like themed map packs with themed weapons. So that'll be pretty cool to see. But pretty excited for this game. I think it has great teamwork aspects to it, and while it may look a little awkward at times with the movement, like right here, sometimes going around corners, you can really be tactical, and the cover-to-cover system works really well. And I will say that once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun, and especially if you're into teamwork-oriented shooters, this will be a no-brainer for you. And I tend to wish that SOCOM, the SOCOM 4, which came out about, what was it now, about a year ago, I kind of wish that it played like this, because SOCOM 4, if any of you have played it, was kind of similar to this, and it just wasn't very good, and it was kind of a shame because I've always been a long-standing SOCOM guy. And so I guess maybe this game is sort of filling that void, because it's kind of similar to SOCOM, except just in a futuristic sort of way. So yeah, that's about all I got. There's the victory and the win. And let me know what you guys think of the beta, and if you'll be picking it up on May 22nd. Until next time, though, you guys have a good one. Again, this has been Neely from Yeousch Reloaded. Take it easy, guys.